Hello everyone, this is Red with RedDragonLeo.com. It is April the 22nd, 2012. Sorry about the last video I did, part one of this cabal, Illuminati cabal, fleeing by the hundreds as mass arrest awaits them from states becoming free from the Federal Reserve Board. In the previous one I stated 2010. I do apologize. I get brain freeze, I guess, sometimes, and after writing such a long post, sometimes they take me all day long to do on a Sunday like this one did, and researching, throughout the week as well, find out what's going on. Haven't put a post in a while because there really wasn't a lot new going on, but I felt now would be a good time to mix it all in together, tell you what's going on with it. Drake has come forward and put out a list of states that has filled out the proper paperwork, and that appears to be about 30 states right now. So that's where the situation stands right now, and I'm sure as I'm doing this, maybe some of them have already completed some of the paperwork, and it's probably more states than that. As for the time frame right here that is being given for the mass arrest, Drake's sources state it's going to be 30 to 45 days, which puts it around the first week of June. But Ben Fulford sees kind of a temporary deadlock as the Committee of 300 struggle to maintain power, while good forces continue to put pressure on them. And this obviously is the White Dragon Society and the people inside the Pentagon, the military, the people at Drake's sources as well. They're all the same people, I'm sure. So it's very important to note that these Illuminati cabal, reptilians, they're not going to go down easily. They are going to fight. They've been in power for hundreds of years here in the United States, if not thousands of years, dating back all the way to 6,000 years ago, basically. And I put a little brief story up here about this, very briefly, but you got to do your research on this because I don't have a lot of time on these videos, so we got to keep them under 15 minutes. But do your research on these reptilians. They are real. They have cave drawings like this all across the world, and they show these, as you can see right here, green. You see that's a green alien right there, and these are beige colored people in Egypt, most likely. Either when they painted this, they just ran out of paint and decided to use green, and they did the same thing in Africa, and they had black people here, and the same thing, they had a green guy, and they all just ran out of paint and had to make their leader green, or the guy really was green. Okay, so use some common sense here, folks. The American Indians talked about shapeshifters, and there are thousands and thousands of years of documented history showing these. So do a little search on that. Watch this video here by Arizona Wilder with David Icke. It's a long video, but it'll tell you. She managed to come forward and tell you, and she's seen some of these people shapeshift. Some of these people like George Daddy Bush, and the Queen Elizabeth. She's one as well. So, but moving on here, these people have been enslaving us here currently through debt slavery, where in the past they enslaved us physically, locks and chains and stuff like that. Here lately it's been debt slavery in the last 100 years or so, and they've done this through basically declaring the United States a corporation. There is proof of that. This is the most recent filing here, I would assume, for the state of Delaware, showing the United States of America is a corporation. So this is not fake. This is real. The United States is not a country. It is a corporation. This one was filed in April the 19th, 1989, but I'm sure they continuously have been filing this for the last couple hundred years probably. I believe it was like 1871 or something when they first did this and made the United States a corporation so that they can pass off all their debt onto this corporation. They do it through quantitative easing programs like QE1, QE2, Cash for Clunkers, bailing out Freddie Mac and Fannie Mae, and all these, and bailing out the banksters directly, and even buying back their own treasury bonds. And they have been doing this, passing this debt on to us, as we know, since the 2008 crash, and they just wanted to push it as far as they could and get all the countries in debt worldwide. And their thinking is that when they finally crash the stock market and the defaults happen worldwide, that they are going to hold the paper to all these assets because they are the ones that gave them the money, and therefore they will own and control the whole world. What they don't realize is that it's not going to happen. The world is going to be extremely pissed off when this stock market crashes, and they lose everything, and they just lose it, as Gerald Celente likes to say. When people lose it all, they just lose it all, meaning they go crazy. Well, that's what's going to happen. And these gangsters that think that they're going to just own everything because they got some piece of paper that's fraudulent, it's not going to happen. I'm telling you, big changes are going to happen. They already know the 6,000 plus members of these Illuminati Cabal members worldwide. They know who they are. The good guys do. And they're going to be arrested. Now, Drake and his people say the next 30 to 45 days. I don't know if that's going to happen or not. Personally, my feelings are that they're not going to catch these guys until the blue pill takers wake up. Now, I'm a red pill taker, and you're a red pill taker. You wouldn't be watching this video and listening and reading these blogs and learning about this stuff. But when the stock market crashes, the blue pill people are going to wake up, stop watching the latest reality program, American Idol, and they're going to be ticked off. They're going to want some heads, cut off. They want somebody to blame. And fortunately for us, the research has already been done. We know who the bad guys are, and the paperwork is being filled out. And so, it's just a matter of waking these people up and saying, hey, we demand justice, and the United States military is going to listen to what the people want, because the states will have already been completed together. All the paperwork probably should be done for the majority of all the states, all 50 of them, I would say. Certainly at least 30 of them have already done it. So at that point, it's just a matter of the people demanding justice, and then the military will step in and give these orders to the U.S. Marshals, and they will go out there and implement these orders and arrest these thugs. So they think they're going to walk away after the stock market crash with all these contracts and documents that are fraud, thinking that they're going to own the planet and own every asset out there, and it's not going to happen. They're going to declare those fraudulent documents, and they're going to be arrested and thrown in their own FEMA camps that the prison camps have been building for us. So this is what I truly see happening. Now, I have put the latest stuff from Drake. There's two different ones, one from April the 10th, another one from March. So I've got several different ones listed on here. But basically, he's saying the same things, that the good guys are banding together. Here's a quote here. The 120 nations told the Rothschilds to get out of their countries. They established their own independent money system. This has already been done. The aligned nations have put together their own central bank, and it is separated from the Federal Reserve Bank and the Cabal. So they have no way of gaining any more money. All they're doing is recirculating the money, moving it from one account to the other to hold the stock market up. When this is done, it's going to collapse. It's going to crash. It truly is. And these guys are going to be arrested. So you can listen to this. You can right-click and download on that, and you'll see. But here are the notes on it as well. And there's also liens now, legitimate liens filed on all 12 Federal Reserve banks, which will bankrupt them. This has to do with the gold that was stolen back in 1943 when, if I'm not mistaken, this was when it was loaned from China to the United States after World War II to get us back on our feet. It was a 50-year loan, supposed to have been repaid back in 1993. They stored all the gold in the Twin Towers, and of course 1993 was the first attack when they failed to take them down. They were going to destroy all the gold. Then they called up China basically and said, you know, hey, we need some more time to get you this gold, to give it back to you. Can you give us till December? I'm sorry, can you give us till September the 12th, 2001? And of course, you know what happened on the 11th, the day before. They were supposed to pay back that gold. They didn't. Well, this lawsuit involves this gold, and that's against all 12 Federal Reserve banks for fraud. It's legal. There's paperwork out there showing it's been filed, and it's going to bankrupt them, and this is going to, and the Federal Reserve banks are going to go under, and that is the Illuminati. That is the New World Order. That is these cabal members. They are done. Okay? But it's a tough battle right now. Ben Fulford quotes here. They're kind of gridlocked. These 300 committee of 300, the bad guys. They're still there, but a lot of people are being arrested behind the scenes, and so good things are coming, folks. You just have to have a little patience. You're not going to see it on the mainstream media. It's not there, but it is happening. As far as the amount of these bankers that have now been arrested, it is up to 611. So I'll pull this over here for you. It's up to 611. And this here is the latest, and you can scroll down here. I'll put a link here on the blog to this guy's site, and he has been doing an excellent job of keeping track of it, and he gives you all the links. You can find every single one of these. You want to know if these people, many of these have been arrested, not all of them have been arrested. These people just quitting, fleeing in masses. They're scared to death, and they are fleeing because they know the crap is going to hit the fan soon, and it goes on and on and on. You can research this all yourself. The link is on my blog post here, which will be included in this the notes on this video if you're looking at it on YouTube. And here's some more summaries by Drake as well. The generals under the Joint Chief of Staff, which are the good guys inside the Pentagon, just basically they know that the paperwork has now been filled out. It's legit, that the 30 states plus now have the legal authority to give the military orders, and they want the orders from the individual states because that's the people, and they want to protect the people and back the Constitution. So when they got orders from the Joint Chiefs of Staff, they basically told them to shove it, and they're saying, hey, you guys don't rule. The United States Corporation doesn't rule this country anymore. The states do. The individual states do, and you can't tell me what to do. The Secret Service here has been extraordinarily ticked off as well. Remember, these people were set up. They were set up, and so there's a lot of stuff here to read, and I'll let you read it to keep these videos short. So definitely go to the site, the blog, and read the blog as well. So the Pope is resigning. Remember, he's one of the head reptilians. He is one of them. And all you hear is the story of stuff going on in the Catholic Church where they're having sex with young boys. Well, they're doing more than that, folks. They are ritual sacrificing these young boys. They're raping them and then cutting their throats in a ritual sacrifice, drinking their blood and tearing them apart and eating them. This is what the term vampires come from. This is what it's all about. They put it out there in Hollywood for you to see, and you don't want to believe it. It's real. It's been around a long, long time, 6,000 years. The next turn in the stock market, I believe, is coming this May the 2nd through the May the 2nd through the 4th after this Legatus pilgrimage. They've thrown a lot of clues in here, folks. I don't have a lot of time to cover this, but they're putting out, is this going to be something like 1930? Saved the date. They're hinting it started in 1987. The previous stock market crash, there was a crash in 1973. This is a life and death matter. Lots of clues. Go to the site. Go to my site. Read that. I'm slowly running out of time. Here's the link right here to the 611 banker resignations. Here's what I think is going to happen with the stock market. Down a little bit after this, and then back up in June, and then finally back down. And it's the latest from Lindsey Williams. And I'm out of time, folks. Here's a list of the states. So visit the blog, and you'll get all this information. Good luck, everyone.